Hey there, Darren here with another Whitespark Weekly video. Today I want to talk to you about the importance of the title tag and show you how to write an ideal title tag for local SEO that'll both improve your rankings and help you drive more clicks from the search results. So stick around. Okay, so first off, what is the title tag? First thing to think about is that the title tag actually doesn't appear on the web page. It's not a heading. It's defined in your HTML source code. So if you look in the source code, you'll see title and then /title to close it. It's an important tag in the HTML source code. Most website editors provide some kind of way to edit the title tag, except inexplicably WordPress. I don't understand why WordPress doesn't have the ability to edit title tags on a page-by-page basis. So in order to do it on WordPress, you need to install a plugin like Yoast or any of the SEO plugins that allow you to edit the title tag on each individual page. The titles are really important because Google uses them to display your snippet in the search results. So whatever page is ranking, it pulls that title and it displays that in the blue text on the search results. You can see it right here in the search results. These little blue headings are the title tags. It's one of the most important elements you can optimize to improve your rankings. If you look at any SEO guide, there's not a single one written that doesn't really talk about the importance of the title tag and how it is used as a ranking factor at Google to rank web pages. You know, if you do a search for SEO title tags, you will see 12.4 million articles talking about title tags. It's a huge topic. It's an important thing to optimize. It's also a really important ranking signal in the local search results. In the 2020 Local Search Ranking Factor Survey, it came in as number 13 as the most important ranking factor. And 13 might seem like it's kind of low on the list, but not when you consider there's 122 factors that the survey participants had to sort. And it came in even higher as a local organic ranking signal at number 8. It's one of the most important elements, yet it's surprising to see how many businesses have not taken the time to optimize this. This is something you see all the time, particularly with small business websites, where they have not optimized the title tag. So let me show you some examples here. If you look at this website here, if you just mouse over the tabs, Google Chrome will show you the actual title tag of the business. And so this is a classic. Homepage title tag says home. That's not going to be helpful for them if they want to rank for keywords. Putting home in there is such a classic mistake, and you see this all the time. Otherwise, they might put in a keyword like just their business name. That might be what they put in the title tag. And so at least this one here, Life Force Chiropractic, they have the word chiropractic in their business name, so they're getting benefit for that. But a lot of businesses don't have keywords of any variety in their name. And so in this case, this title tag is mind, body, health, and healing. But this is a yoga studio. They want to rank for yoga. They need to have the key phrase yoga in their title tag. Another one you see often is where they will combine the home with the business name. So home Nelson Electric. That's not very helpful if you want to rank. And so you see that all the time. These different brands are putting home and then the brand name. And this is, I think, like a major utility in Portland area in Oregon that their title tag is actually home. So they probably spent millions of dollars on this website and their title tag says home. Classic mistake. Here's another one here. Jim's Plumbing here, title tag home. We got to fix this. For the purposes of this video, I'm going to talk only about one page on your website. Obviously, you have lots of pages on your website that you're going to need to optimize. But for this video, we're going to focus on the page that you've linked to from your Google My Business listing. And in the vast majority of small business cases, that is your home page. So that's the key page that you want to make sure is optimized for local search. In some multi-location situations, it could be like a specific location page. And so, but most cases it's the home page. We're going to talk about home pages today. So I have 3 steps for you to write the ideal title tag for local SEO. Number 1, include your keywords. Number 2, include locations. And number 3, make it catchy. So step 1, you want to optimize your title tag with keywords. How do you know which keywords to optimize for? I typically recommend you start with your primary category in Google My Business. This is, for most businesses, the primary category is something like plumber or criminal defense attorney or chiropractor. There's a really great seed keyword for you to use as your starting point to identify other keywords. Now, you take that and you feed it into a keyword research tool. I like to use the Google Ads Keyword Planner. In the Keyword Planner, it's free. Anyone with a Google account can use it, and it's going to give you search volume data so you understand what terms are searched more than other terms. So let me show you by example exactly how I would write a title tag for this business here, Jim's Plumbing Troubleshooters. So Jim's Plumbing Troubleshooters, they suffer from the classic case of a homepage title tag with the title of home. So let's run them through the AdWords Keyword Planner. So I want to log into the AdWords Keyword Planner and I want to go to this Discover New Keywords. So click that. And I'm going to start with a base keyword. This business's primary category, I assume, is plumber in Google My Business. So I type in plumber and I go get results. And now I can see a list here of all of these keyword ideas. Very helpful. So I can see that plumber, of course, is very important with a 49,000 search volume, average monthly searches. Plumbers near me comes in second with 27,000. Then I got plumbing services at 1,900, emergency plumber at 1,600. So I can dig through this and identify a number of keywords that I would want to rank for. So I can put these together in a list like this. So I like to separate them into both keywords and what I consider modifiers. So the keywords I pulled out of the AdWords Keyword Planner are plumber, plumbers, plumbing, plumbing companies. And then the modifiers would be terms like near me, emergency, and best. Those are the terms that I was able to pull out of the AdWords Keyword Planner. I keep calling it AdWords, it's actually Google Ads. Next, we should figure out what are the locations we want to target. Basically, you always want to start with the primary city you're in and the state. So city, state is a given. You need that in your title tag for any business that's trying to rank locally. So in this case, we've got plumber in Dallas, Oregon. But you can also add other locations, so surrounding cities, you can add neighborhoods. This is really valuable to add those. And so Joel Headley did a really great post on this at the White Spark Local Search Summit. So he talked about how you can build relevance in local by adding additional terms to your title tags. And so he talks about localities. Localities are basically neighborhoods, so different sort of regions around your surrounding area. And so what they did, he did this great study where they had added 5 different surrounding localities around the primary zip code into the title tag, and they did that across thousands of websites, and they saw a 16% lift in ranking. So the website now appears for 16% more keywords. That was pretty significant. So there's a whole bunch of new terms that they're ranking for that they weren't ranking for before. That's fantastic. And their website rank increased 2 positions for each location. Phenomenal result just by adding all these additional neighborhoods to their categories. So how do you find these different neighborhoods? What I'll typically do is search the business address, or you can just do it through Google Maps, and then zoom out once or zoom in once just to sort of find the surrounding neighborhoods. So in this case, they're actually located in Dallas, Oregon, but the primary city that they care about is Salem, Oregon. And so definitely Salem is going to be one that we want to target. And then a lot of these other ones, the bigger that they appear in Google Maps, I'll sort of pick them out. So a lot of times, if you are the business owner, you know what the surrounding areas are that you want to target. But if you're the SEO consultant, you're just trying to figure out, you can kind of zoom in and figure it out this way. So I've pulled out Chapman Corner, Hayesville, Four Corners, Morningside, Salem, and Dallas, Oregon. Those are the locations that I have selected for this particular business. In summary, these are all the different terms that we want to target. We have plumber, plumbers, plumbing companies. Modifiers are near me, emergency, and best. And then these are the locations, Dallas. I just said them all. I'm not going to say them again. This is a really common question. Okay, well, what about my brand name? Don't I have to get my brand name in the title tag? This might go against the grain, but I actually don't recommend it for most small businesses. unless you are a recognizable brand that people directly search for and they're like, oh, yes, that's the brand I'm looking for, then it makes sense. But for the vast majority of small businesses, that doesn't actually benefit you. And so I don't actually bother putting the brand in there for a couple of reasons. Number one, Google will rewrite title tags in the search results. So if you do this thing where you just want to tack the brand name to the end of your title tag, Google loves to move it to the front of the title tag, which is really annoying because now I may have had some primary key phrases that I was trying to target, but Google cut them off. So for example, in this case, this business's title tag is Chicago criminal lawyer, DUI, domestic violence, and then they put the brand name. But what Google did is they pushed the brand name to the front of the title tag, and so all those other important key phrases don't get visible in the search results. So that's one reason why you don't want to do it. Another good reason not to do it, Cyrus Shepard wrote a really good post where he talked about when you might want to include the brand in the title tag and when you wouldn't want to include the brand in the title tag. And so a lot of websites have this sort of boilerplate title tag format, particularly WordPress websites, where they automatically add it to the end of every title. And sometimes, like with category pages, it can get even worse, where they put the category and then the word shop and all that stuff. And so this boilerplate can fill up a lot of space on your title tag, but also it's kind of unnecessary. One of the things that they tested was they removed the category Whiteboard Friday from all of their Whiteboard Friday videos. And amazingly, they actually saw a 20% uplift in traffic from doing that. So they took the Whiteboard Friday out. That's unnecessary. You don't need to repeat that in every one of them. And by doing that, they saw an uplift. That's significant results. They also tried removing the brand, and that actually didn't work out so well because, what I said earlier, Moz is a very recognizable brand. So you're going to get more click-through because people are like, oh yes, Moz, I recognize that. And so having a recognizable brand, it makes sense. But without the recognizable brand, you can actually see a positive uplift by getting less words in your title tag. So instead of putting the brand in the title tag, I actually think it makes more sense to put the brand into the description. This way, it will still show up in the search results and you'll have more space and it doesn't negatively impact your rankings. And look at this. Jim's Plumbing is already on the job. Good job, Jim. Their description, even though their title tag says home, he's got Jim's Plumbing Troubleshooters right in the description. So he's already on that one. Good job, Jim. We've got these key phrases where we've decided we're not going to do the brand. How do we get all of these terms into one title tag? Well, first of all, how long should your title tag be? If you look on Google, you will see 50 to 60 characters. Wrong. It's definitely longer than that. You have more room to add to your title tag. There are a ton of articles about this, and they will tell you this arbitrary limit because that's generally what Google will display in the search results. But actually, just recently, Google has actually come out and said that the title tag length is an arbitrary limit that was developed by SEO companies. So there actually is no defined limit. Google's algorithm doesn't think about how long your title tag should be. It's just been sort of put together based on what is actually displayed in the search results. And as Joel Headley likes to say, don't fear the ellipsis. There's a lot of stuff you can put after the ... from what is displayed that will positively impact your rankings. In his case, they added the localities or neighborhoods to their title tags, and they saw an uplift in all of their rankings by adding those extra key phrases. So whatever's sort of past what's displayed in the search results is still being considered by Google and still will positively impact your search results. So definitely don't limit your title tag by any arbitrary length. So now that we know that space isn't a concern, let's take a first crack at writing a title tag with our terms. So I'm using this great little tool from Merkle, technicalseo.com. They have a Google SERP simulator, which allows me to write my title tag in a snippet preview. And over here on the right-hand side, I can see how that title tag is coming together. So here I put in the URL and I fetch it. It's going to give me my existing title tag and pull my description. And now I'm just going to paste in all those dang words. So look, I pasted in all these words and there's my title tag. Obviously, we do not want our title tag to just be a keyword dump. That is not the right approach. But this allows me to sort of get a starting point of how I want my title tag to look, and I can start working it here. So I would go something like plumbers in Salem, Oregon. I just want to use this as my template to get all of these other keywords in here, including the locations. I've come up with Jim's Plumbing, the best plumbers in Dallas, Oregon. And then I've added all of these locations: Salem, Morningside, Hayesville, Four Corners, Chapman. So this is my title tag now. It's pretty long. I've also added plumbing companies near me. Hey, let's just get emergency in there too. Emergency plumbing companies near me. There we go. That's my title tag. That is acceptable. I've basically got the key phrases that I want and the locations I want in the title tag. These terms will help me rank. And if you look at it here, it says Jim's Plumbing, the best plumbers in Dallas, Oregon. Another little tip is I'd probably tweak this to have capital B, capital P. There you go. Jim's Plumbing, the best plumbers in Dallas, Oregon, Salem, and Salem even is showing up in there. So that's pretty good. We can make it better. The next step is to make it catchy. The idea is to make it compelling for a person reading that to click it. If you look at the search results, you're going to see so many of them. It's just a keyword dump. They're just dumping keywords. Make yours stand out, and you're going to improve your click-through rate and get more clicks from the search results than your competitors. Let's look for some good examples. We're looking for words that are going to instill trust and really speak to the searcher. What are they looking for? Words that are going to tell them why they should click on your listing and not one of the hundreds of other businesses. If I just kind of look through the search results, I'm going to go through a few of them. This one has the word professional. Denver plumbers. We provide professional plumbing in Denver. All right, professional. That's catchy. Einstein Plumbing. Same day. I need a plumber right now. Great. Same day service. That's great. Denver plumbers. They're plumbing experts. They put experts. So I would like to hire an expert. This one's pretty good. They've got affordable and trusted. Those are compelling terms. Look at this one. I've highlighted this whole thing in red because I think it's a really great example. I've got the Great Plumbing Co., Toronto plumbers you can count on. When you see this in the search results against all of the other ones, which is just a dump of the keywords, that speaks to me. I'm going to click on that one. I want a plumber I can count on. And they're great. I want these great plumbers. So there we go. Now, regarding this section, this is actually where title tag length matters. And it's really what is displayed in the search results. So that's where we're getting at that like 50 to 60 character limit. Because you can see that if your title tag is too long, a lot of those key phrases that you want the searcher to actually see could get cut off. So this business here, their title tag is actually Angels Moving Company in Vancouver. Fast, friendly, professional movers. Fast, friendly, professional movers, that's what you want to catch. You want them to see that. But it's been cut off because Angels Moving Company in Vancouver, there's stuff in those keywords at the beginning, is actually taking up space and removing those sort of compelling words. And so this is where you've got to think about what is going to fit in the search results. Okay, with this in mind, how can I make Jim's title tag even better? So we had all the keywords in it. Now let's make it catchy. So I've updated his title tag, and you can see it here over in the snippet. Jim's Plumbing in Salem, Oregon. Plumbers you can trust and count on. So I've got plumbing, Salem, Oregon. That's his primary market that he's targeting. And plumbers you can trust and count on. Now, on gets cut off, but I actually kind of like it because it's like, oh, well, what's next? I want to read what's next. The ellipsis is actually, I think, providing some interest to continue reading. So, and I think people can maybe fill in the blank too. Count on. Plumbers you can trust and count on. It's also noteworthy that on mobile, the full title tag would actually get displayed, or more of the title tag will often get displayed. So if I switch to mobile, I can see Jim's Plumbing in Salem, Oregon. Plumbers you can trust and count on, service in. And so I've got service in Dallas, Morningside, Hayesville, Four Corners, etc. But I also know that these other terms are very important. So I want to target emergency. I want to target plumbing companies, repair, and near me. And so I've added even this to the end. Emergency plumbing companies and repair near me. This, I believe, is a wonderful title tag for Jim. Jim, if you're watching,
you're welcome.
But I think that this is a title tag that covers the keywords. It also covers all of the locations. and it's a compelling title tag that will drive more clicks from the search results. All right, to wrap it up, I've got a quick summary of the tips. 1, add the highest value keywords. 2, add main locations to target. 3, make it catchy so it stands out and drives more clicks. 4, don't worry about the length of it. You've got lots of space after the ellipsis. And 5, you probably don't need to add your brand name. So I hope that was helpful. I hope it helps you write your title tags in the future. If you're looking for professional software and services to improve your rankings and local search visibility, we have all kinds of software and services over at whitespark.ca. If you're enjoying these videos, please subscribe and turn on alerts. And we'd love for you also to subscribe to our newsletter over at whitespark.ca. Thanks, everybody. See you next time.